What's up, everybody? It's Jeff Mills, and welcome to another exciting interview series with the Power Lead System, where we bring on some of our best leaders, our best users of the platform, where they get to share their stories of how they've used the Power Lead System to make an income, to grow a business, and help other people do exactly the same. And we're going to be talking to Carin today, and we're going to learn from her story what she did before she got started with the Power Lead System, how she's using this platform to make an income for herself, and how she's helped other people who are looking for income opportunities or looking for website builders and marketing systems, how they plug people into what they're doing with the Power Lead System. So Carin, it's been a long time since we've been having you on here. I know I interviewed you way back, like 4 or 5 years ago. Me and Neil did it. And it's great to have you back. How you been?
I'm really good. It is so good to see you, Jeff. I never get a chance to, connect with you.
Yeah.
But when I saw, I'm looking at you down here. Sorry, I'm not used to looking in a camera. When I saw you starting to do this interview series and you guys were contacting me, it was just like bad timing. I was so excited that you were doing this. So I'm really happy to be doing this right now. Hi, everybody.
Well, I'm so glad that we could be together again, because a lot has happened for you in the last several years since we've been doing this. And so I want to hear what you've been up to, and I want you to share your story with people. So to get started, why don't you just go ahead and share whatever you want to share about your background, who you are, what you do, anything about you that's relevant, just to be personal with everybody so they get to hear a little bit about your story.
Okay. All right. Because I know there's a lot of people that are new and stuff like that with PLS or even considering it. First of all, welcome. Good choice. But with me, I had a bit of a rough story, and it can be long, so I really don't want to bog you down with details. But with me personally, at one point in my life, I had to walk away from it. My lifestyle, my job literally was going to give me a heart attack. I was under so much stress. And I did. It was like a movie. I literally just made a decision. I was scared as heck. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just quit my job. I quit everything. I packed my bags and I flew to Panama, where a friend of mine had a house. And I decided I was just going to go figure out my life there. And being there actually gives you a whole new perspective on life and how things are in the US and everything else. So I did my thing. I had this whole new idea about life, and I was going to come back to the States and I was just going to get a normal job and everything would be fine. And I lived in Michigan at that time. And it wasn't fine. It was during probably the worst part of unemployment and everything else. So I could not get a job anywhere. Stuff that I was qualified for, I applied for a job with a company that I had already previously worked for 3 years and had like 5 diamonds with them for my customer service, everything else. They had a job opening in Michigan. I was the first one they called, and they still hired somebody brand new for less money. So at the time, this really blew me away. And you guys, I'm not lying, because I got the screenshots to show it and prove it. I had no money. I was living with friends, and what turned out to just be, it was only going to be a couple of months in my mind. Turned out to be many, many months. And I ran out of money. I had to get what little I had left in storage, and I had to sell it in yard sales. And I still have the post from like back in 2011 telling everybody, come over, you know what I mean? Come buy my stuff so I can buy groceries. And you know how that pops up in your feed, your memories, and there's just like some things you don't want to remember. And I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? My life is so different now, from then. So I was really scared. So I started to look online for, just people who outsourced to people who wanted to work from home, because I couldn't get a physical job anywhere. And I kept running into all these videos and on YouTube and stuff like that, coming up in Google searches about all these people, they're waving cash and all that. And I'm like, ooh. And then I'm like, no, that can't be real. Normal people who don't have, no, this is a scam. They dummied this up. They dummied that up. And I started coming across it more and more. And then I found a specific opportunity that I started to open my eyes to. And I thought, maybe there's something to this, and I started doing my research on it. I started researching the company. And at that time, I only had $27.36 in my bank account, not lying. And this opportunity was at that time free to start. And I'm like, okay, it's free. I'm not going to lose anything. Right. So I did it. I tried it and I didn't have a clue about anything, you guys, especially if you're brand new. Let me just make a side note here. Okay. Always remember, if you're just starting this out, don't be hard on yourselves in the beginning because you don't know anything. You are so lucky if you are in PLS to have the guidance and training that you do, because I didn't have any of that. I reached out to people in the community in that program trying to get them to help me because I didn't know what to do. All I knew is I had this referral link. I Googled it. I asked Google, what is a referral link? That's how I was about the whole thing, right? So when people found, I'd contact people that were doing the same business and they'd be all nice to me until they found out I was already qualified to make money, and then they wouldn't have anything to do with me. You know what I mean? And I was in a desperate situation that I had to learn. So I went and I made YouTube and Google my friend, because not one person would help me. I didn't have anything like PLS. I didn't have anything where I had a sponsor that talked to me, excuse me. So I knew I had to make this work. So that's where I went out and I started to learn how to do this myself. And I made a ton of mistakes, followed the wrong people. And then I started finding the right people and following them. And when I got my first result, when things really started happening, I made my first $25, you guys. It's a freaking party. I made sure everybody knew about it. You know what I mean? Like, I knew I only had $27 in my bank account, but what that did was it proved to me that, wow, this is something that could actually work. And I stuck with it, and I went, they were one-time commission programs, you know what I mean? And when you're doing those, they're great. You can make great money at it, but it's not residual income. So I didn't even understand about all of that. So fast forwarding a little bit, I had made a lot of money with all of this, and it got me out of my situation, thank God, because at that time I had 3 weeks to find a place to live because I was living with my friends and they got even only wanted their house back. I get it. And that saved me. And then all of a sudden I started understanding and learning about funnels, about, how people use them, how they're structured, stuff like that. And this is really fascinating me. And I came across a funnel, and it was free, that used the opportunity that I was in already. So all I had to do was like plug in my ID numbers and start promoting. It had a second residual income based program at the end that was really expensive. Okay. But at that time I was paying for it. And when I plugged into this thing, you guys, everything changed. I was no longer running around trying to promote just a website, you know what I mean, that didn't have any training or didn't have, a capture page or any way to follow up with people. It was all like a learning experience. So, okay, that's the first half. I'll shut up now because Carin, everybody knows Carin can talk. Your thing, Jeff.
So let's bring it to the introduction of how you found PLS then, and why you decided to partner up with us and become a member of our platform.
Oh my gosh, you guys were lifesavers. Okay. So this actually ties into where I left off. I plugged into this other system, and this is, Rob Frazier and we all, Mark Crosby, we all know each other from back in the day from the same system, right? And we were all using the same thing, and this system was very popular. Here's the problem though, okay? Everybody was promoting it in the same places. Okay. There was so many people in this opportunity that we only had a choice of like 3 different terrible capture pages. So I was like, okay, I know I got to stand out because people aren't even interested anymore. They see the little preview and they're like, yeah, I've seen it 800 times before already in my feed. They don't even click on it. So I'm like, I got to be different. I was going to Weebly and I was trying to create capture pages on a Weebly thing, and they would shut me down when they knew it was, it was a capture page. I was trying to do it on Wix, anything that I could to be different, because at that time, the only other place I knew of was a ridiculously expensive place to create capture pages. And I thought, no, this ain't going to work. So I was okay. I would, create a capture page, wait for it to get shut down by, the site that I wasn't paying for. And in this opportunity, I had a gentleman reach out to me, and I was running at this time, I was running the group. I was sharing all of the information that I had on promoting everything that I learned. And he reached out to me and he said to me, he says, hey, Carin, he says, do me a favor. I want you to check something out for me. And I'm like, what's that? And he goes, give me your honest opinion about this. He wasn't trying to get me into it. But I would get asked my opinion a lot as to whether I thought something was garbage or not. And he sent me a link to the free lead system. And I said, I am not a fan, honestly, of lead generating systems. I'm just not. I joined 2 previously. They were very expensive, extremely confusing, and it didn't work for me. So I kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And I was like, okay, no problem. But at the time I was working on something. Unfortunately, I literally forgot to do it for him. And he got back to me like about a week later. And he's like, Carin, did you get a chance? I just want to know your opinion. I was like, oh my God, honey, I'm so sorry. Let me go do that now. And when I opted into the free lead system, honestly, I was like, wow, this is really free. I'm like looking at this and I'm understanding about how, the lead generation goes and how it can build a list for you. And I'm looking at the training and the pre-done, ads and stuff like that. I'm like, this could help a lot of people. This is not crazy like a lot of the other lead generating systems I had seen. And then I started getting emails about PLS. So I'm calling him up. I'm going, what is this? And he goes, Carin, he says, I just signed up for a 7-day trial. Look at what I made. And he was in the same system I was. And he sent me to this capture page that was beautiful. And so I was like, I opted into it and it took everybody straight to our opportunity. I said, you made that with this other system? He goes, yeah. He says, this is the full-blown system of free lead system. At that time, we didn't have Lead Lightning. That's how long I've been here. So I was like, oh my God, here I go. And I went in there and Power Lead System changed everything. Because I could then custom create, and you guys had like all the templates and everything else. You didn't even have the Power VIP Club back then or anything like that. Just the pre-done for you, and just going through and being able to change backgrounds and everything else. That literally changed my business, you guys, because my capture page didn't look like anybody else's. So people, I changed the headlines. It didn't sound like our other one. It just went crazy after that. It really did. And that's when it was like my home. I found my happiness. It was my joy, and then seeing the ability to be able to create your own funnels, because I was in a couple of different things at the time. And like, I just couldn't believe how much PLS offered. And at that time, I didn't know, like when I first did this, I didn't know there was an affiliate program. Yeah. Another duh moment. And I reached out to my sponsor and I said to him, I said, you know what? I said, it's too bad they didn't have some kind of compensation plan for this. He goes, they do. I'm like, what? I don't know why I didn't see it. So he sent me, Frank Calabro, if you're watching, he sent me to YouTube to go watch your video and somebody else's. And I was confused because the commission structure was different back then, but still just as powerful. But when I understood it, literally that day, I went to my other program, which all it was a blog that I was paying $150 for per month. And I canceled it. And I've been with PLS ever since. Wow. It's got everything. You know what I mean?
How long has it actually been now? You were pretty much some of the original users, way back. What year did you get started? You recall?
2013.
So 2013. So basically the last 6 years, you've been plugged into the system. Yeah. And I know Carin doesn't like sharing all of her money, but she's done over $100,000, you guys. $100,000, 3 weeks from homelessness, and made over 6 figures using the platform because she plugged in. And, one of the things I can say about this is you've stayed plugged in. And what you've also done is you have become what I'll call a support angel, who is always there in the Power Lead System Facebook group to make sure nobody get left behind. What is it about you that just makes you want to make sure everyone gets support, everyone has a way to plug in and get their questions answered? Because that's amazing that you're doing that. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when I was struggling so bad when I started, I had no choice. I had no choice but to find a way to do this, okay? I was frustrated as all heck because of the attitude of a lot of people online that did not want to reach out, did not want to help. Even if you signed up with them on something, they would ignore you. You know what I mean? And this pissed me off. Pardon my language, but it did. And I started thinking, okay, you know what? Every time something works for me, I know I can't be the only one out there that's suffering from this. So I mean, and I'm not shy, as you can see. So I started learning how to make videos. And you just sometimes you're going to end up with sponsors or leaders that aren't going to pay attention to you. Okay. And to be honest with you, once you start picking up speed and you have hundreds and thousands of people, there's only 24 hours in a day, right? So it's about the freedom too. But it's for the people who are lost, that need to understand that somebody can go from having to Google what a referral link is to complete freedom. Like, if I can do that with no experience whatsoever, and you guys are in the Power Lead system, and you have the training that's available, you have the system, you have the platform. Oh my God, the price is ridiculously cheap. Okay, for what you get, it's insane. Okay, you have the support, you have the live trainings, you have the courses. There's no way. The only thing that would stop you from achieving what you want is yourself, by not being consistent. You know what? I really want to make a point here, because this is so cool. I always truly believe that everything happens for a reason. Every person that sees or hears something hears it for a reason. Okay. The other day, I'm in my Facebook feed and I saw this really cool video. And I'm going to mention one thing, because he was talking about consistency, because there's a lot of people are looking for that right now money. I got to have that money right now. Okay. So I'm going to work this program. And if I don't see $5,000 in a week, it's a scam and I'm getting rid of it. And I'm going to buy bad reviews, blah, 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 blah. That drives me nuts. Okay. Listen, it's about consistency. So what he said is, like, let's say that you want to lose a ton of weight. You want to go on a diet. Okay. You're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to look like Jason Momoa, whatever. All right. You want to look like that dude? That's great. You do call me. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways. And he turns around and says, so you start a diet and in 7 days, you haven't lost any weight. You don't look any different. So you quit the diet and you go jump and join another diet. And in 7 days, no, you haven't lost any weight. Why? Because you keep quitting. You see, here's the thing, you guys. The business opportunity, okay, isn't it. It's about learning the skills and getting with the right company that is consistent, that is stable, that is going to be there for long term. That's what you always need to look for. But you cannot jump into a business in a rush, think you're going to make 5, 10, 15, 20 grand in a week. And if you don't quit, because I guarantee you're going to be starting, stopping. You're going to invest. And it's not going to happen. But when you pick something like this, something that's stable, something that has, an affiliate program to it, like this one does, that's been around for years, okay? And you take your time and you remain consistent and you do what the successful people are doing, what they are telling you to do without fighting it, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life, but you can't keep quitting and you can't keep getting discouraged in the beginning if you don't get a result. None of us popped out of our moms knowing how to do any of this. It's not like, we were born and then 2 days later we were doing Facebook ads. Yeah, we're here. You know what I mean? We didn't know any of that. Everything that we know, you guys, you, me, everyone, is because we were taught. And it took time and consistency to learn our language, to eat, to dance, to do anything. Okay. Home business is no different. Give yourself a break. Give yourself the patience. Understand that you are with a company here that cares and that is stable and has a compensation plan tied to it for any of you who want to be affiliate. That can be life-changing, because you see people posting in the group all the time. You know what I mean? You want those results? Take your time, learn it, be consistent, and don't keep quitting everything that you're trying out there because you may feel discouraged. We all did. But you know what? When you give up, you'll never get there. When you stick with it, you will.
All right. That's great advice. Thank you for sharing that. I want to transition now to talk about marketing. And I want to talk about how you initially started to drive traffic to your lead capture pages so that you could get that affiliate income when you had people sign up under your link and started becoming members of the Power Lead system. So let's talk about some of your strategies and some of the tactics that you use to go out there and fill your funnel, some of your favorite resources. Maybe you want to share some resources with people about your favorite methods. Let's just talk about that, whatever you want to share.
My favorite method, honestly, has always been video. I never would have thought in a million years that I would be comfortable with it, but that for me was the most powerful form of my advertising. So whenever I made a video, and I was teaching somebody what I learned or giving advice, or I was showing something about whatever business I was in, I would share that, but I would share it on different platforms. I wouldn't just stick on Facebook. I was putting that stuff on Pinterest. I was putting it on IBO Toolbox, like wherever I could put my content out there, I did. And then what would happen is I would be doing that all the time, over and over and over and over and over again. And all of a sudden it started picking up steam. And I've got all these different people from different resources, from different social media sites that were coming in. Now, in the beginning, like I said, I was broke, so I couldn't afford to do paid advertising. That just wasn't an option for me, because all those one-time commissions back then were all I had to live off of. So I had to go the free route, which takes a lot longer, because you need to create a presence with people online. So social media is so powerful, but it's time consuming. But it's good if you just start getting stuff out there anywhere you can. So basically, YouTube was my number one. Facebook, I did Daily Motion, Vimeo, Pinterest. You know what? I was on LinkedIn for about a day. I didn't care for that. So I kind of left that behind. But yeah, so it was just about being.
What about paid methods? Did you start doing solo ads? Did you start buying advertisements anywhere? So everything you've done has completely been free stuff.
That's been free stuff. But you know what? It's taken me a lot of work to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, for the consistency you talked about, being consistent in advertising and consistent putting out content, to make the kind of money you've made over the last 6 years is, that's a house payment every month, and then some that you've been seeing because of your residual income. The work you did years ago is still paying you today, and the members that you brought in years ago are still active today. Yeah. Do members in your group, are you seeing people upgrade up into going all in? Are you seeing those $1,000 commissions coming your way? How's your business running right now?
Oh yeah. When MTI came out, a lot of my team members were super excited about it. And honestly, not because they do want to be all in. I do have those type of people on my team, but it was more because they were really excited about the content that was going to be in MTI. So when MTI launched, it was like, boom, and it was beautiful. You know what I mean? It was beautiful for commissions, but the content that they were able to access and go through is, and it's still, I'm even still going through some of your stuff. I get a little ADD in MTI because there's so much. What I mean? So much, but it's, that's the stuff that's really valuable that people, need to learn and take with them. Because like I said, it's like, you guys, once you learn the skills, you can make any business work, any business. Okay. It's about learning the skills. So yeah, my team was like super excited, and I got some people on my team right now who have been applying some of that training, and it's just like, whoa, where'd they go? Like, it's like, boom, so I'm so excited for them and so happy. So yeah, I mean, that has been a godsend, really. I was really excited about MTI.
So I'm going to ask for your advice now. If you're a brand new Power Lead System member, is it in your opinion, should someone go all in as quickly as possible? Should they dip their toe in the water? What would you say to somebody brand new about how fast they should, escalate and be fully qualified to make the most commissions?
That depends on how quickly they want to make a change, to be honest with you. Okay. When you have a company like this that has been around for so long, that is stable and committed and treats their people so well, like, you can go out there and compare with other ones and you're not going to find it. So dipping the toes in the water is not going to excel you to where you want to be with other leaders, where you see in, Frank Calaba's results, Rob Fraser's results, Rob Ford's results, they're posting those in the group constantly, and they're not doing it to show off. They're doing it to show you what's possible. So if you are in a position, all right, that you can do that, absolutely do it. Do it and then stay with it, because you're also committing yourself to your own business. Okay. A lot of people, when they kind of dip their toes in, I get why people get nervous. Oh, you guys, I was there. Like I told you in the beginning, I was there. But when you go dipping your toes, okay, you're only going to get back what you put in. So you can go dip your toe and like, okay, well, I'm just going to stick with lead lightning. Lead and lightning is great for building a list and great for getting $6 commissions. But a one-time commission is a one-time commission, right? When you can have the opportunity to earn all of those one-time commissions inside of PLS plus the residual income, that equals your freedom.
Mm-hmm.
That equals your freedom. But it's, believe in yourself and always understand that every one of us had Zippo experience when we turned on a computer and decided we were going to learn how to do this. So if we can do that and get those results and you can see other people doing the same, so can you. It's about consistency and patience. You know what I mean? You'll learn it. So if you can, absolutely. If you are in that position, you can absolutely go for it.
Yeah, and the biggest problem with people who go all in is like, well, now I've got like 80 different courses of information I need to go learn. And all I would say to you guys who get, the first package, the diamond package, then you get the platinum package, and then you get the master package with Master Traffic Institute. Just pick one. Just pick one of those courses. Just pick one of the courses inside MTI. Just pick one of the courses inside the Social Profit Academy. One of the concepts inside the diamond program. Just focus on the one thing. Don't think, oh, now I got to go learn 80 different methods, because we have a lot of training and a lot of courses that teach people how to generate leads, how to do internet marketing, how to become a digital marketer, how to build funnels for other businesses and make money. There's a lot of content in our training because we want people to figure out what's going to work for them best. But now I want to transition into how you are personally using the Power Lead system, because you showed me some of the pages you built inside this platform. You talked about using Wistia or I don't know, Wix or some of these other funnel builders or website building platforms in the past. Mm-hmm. And then you found out you could come over to Power Lead System and build an unlimited amount of pages, and then also use the done for you already created pages. And you decided that you're going to go a little bit off the board and you're going to kind of create your own thing. So talk about your creativity and how easy it was for you to build your own capture pages. Like, was that difficult for you? Was it a struggle for you to really figure that out?
No, it wasn't. You know what? In fact, my favorite thing is the ability to have the capture pages that transition from a still into a video background. I can't tell you how many people have contacted me, not in the business, but literally who've been looking at it, who contacted me just saying they opted in just because of that. I thought it was really cool.
Well, I have an example. I'm going to show an example. Let me bring it up here. Put this up on the screen for you guys. So here's an example. I bring it up onto the screen here. This is an example of a moving website right here.
Refresh the page. It'll. I think it'll do the transition there.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was just playing around with this, and I use this page. This is the page that I use to invite people to the Thursday night live trainings with Franco Gonzalez. So I wanted something, again, I'm like the queen of always trying to be different about something. I took this template. This is a template inside of the Power VIP Club. If you guys go in there, you'd probably be shocked that it's the same template. But if you go into the Power VIP Club, click on the PLS share codes. And if you scroll down, you're going to see a page that has a lighter. It's a template that has a lighter and a little window. That's what I used. I took that share code, brought it into PLS, and then just started playing. I got my own picture. I put my own picture in there. And if you notice, if you click on that continue right there, I even added into the form, the drop-down form, that picture. And I edited all that, and then I put that picture in, just, I don't know, because I do silly stuff like that. And it works well. And then if somebody opts in, it leads them over to the Thursday training, so that every Thursday, I have them on my list in that, and every Thursday I know that I'm going to broadcast the training to that specific list. So anybody can come, anybody can join. And I take that and I put that on my Facebook page and stuff like that. I get that out there, and IBO Toolbox brings a lot of leads. So, yeah.
Okay, so then you also created a custom page right here. I got this custom page you built, which is amazing, guys. You used the Power Lead system to build this landing page, to put this background image on here, to put a video inside the website, to put a squeeze device where the name and email address is being asked for. Was it difficult to build this? Did you sweat, blood, tears, and have pain trying to build this thing? Or was it pretty easy?
No, it was pretty easy. We had to make a couple of tweaks only because we were trying to get it to match our outside site. But no, it really wasn't super difficult at all. And I think it came out looking great. I don't think with this template, I don't think there was an actual video on that template. We just threw that in there.
Okay. So yeah, they got a video on here. Who's this guy? Who's this guy with the beard?
Is he that's Tim. That's Tim Trisotis. Yeah, okay. He is.
So you guys, the power lead system is really powerful because not only can you make an income with this platform by sharing it with other people, you can also use it to build websites and to sell things on your own websites, to build websites for local businesses, to build websites for network marketers. You can plug people into the system and they can use the existing templates we've had, or you can customize the templates and use them for whatever businesses that you want to promote. We've got the free lead system, which you can use to introduce people at a zero cost to the business opportunity. We've got the lead lightning program, which is a $7 program that you make $6 commissions on when you share that with people. And I look into the Facebook group today, I see, I think Frank posted it or somebody posted it, and I see he's getting lead lightning sales, he's getting diamond sales, he's getting MTI sales, he's getting free lead system sales. He's getting every kind of sale of every program that we have because he's just going out there buying traffic, sending his traffic to his lead capture pages, and then letting the system, the follow-ups, do the work for him. And that's the way the system was designed. So I want to throw it back to you just to make any final comments, anything I should have asked you that you wanted to share, anything you want to volunteer to share, any encouragement. This is your time just to kind of leave that last word with people.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, I actually want to address the people who are brand new, who even haven't really started, but you're thinking about it, okay? If you can see by the group, the interviews, the people, the way they interact, the way they help, to people who've only been in it a couple of months, to the leaders that are in PLS, if you can see all of the support that you have here, even if you are signed up with a sponsor that you have never spoken to, use our community. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you. Okay. All of us are here to help you any way we can. You got a question, you post in that group. But if you are a beginner, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are a gold member inside PLS, okay, keep it simple. Promote the free lead system. This is going to build your list fast because it is free. Okay. You can go over the information on what the free lead system is if you haven't yet done it. This quadrupled my list in a couple of weeks when I first started using it. Promote lead lightning to make those $6 commissions. But you know what? I don't want you to spend those $6 commissions on yourself. Save that money. If you are broke, save that money. Let it build up. Buy yourself solo ads for your power lead system. Use that money so it's not coming out of your pocket to do paid advertising for the part that's going to build your freedom, the part that's going to build the residual. Rinse and repeat. Build your list every Wednesday night. Invite your list to Franco's Wednesday Hangout where he is going over the overview of PLS. And every Thursday night, you invite the world to the free training because there's so many marketers out there that are so lost, you guys, just like I was and just like you may feel you are. Give them the help that they need. It's free. Mm-hmm. And this is going to work and it's going to help, and just be consistent. That's all I got to say because I am long-winded. I'm sorry.
Well, that's so amazing. It's simple, you guys. I'm even seeing people in the chat here today saying, what do I do to get started? You guys, we just outlined it for you. When you first get started in the Power Lead system, you want to go ahead and click on the little green button that says, click the easy button, just get started with that. And then you want to go watch, if you haven't seen a hangout from on Wednesday night, you want to go there and listen to Franco. He's going to walk you through that Wednesday night training, exactly what the Power Lead system is, what it can do, all the features, the benefits of why you should become a member if you're not a member yet. He will walk you through it so you understand it in the best way possible. And then on Thursday nights, if you've gotten started and you want to learn how to begin promoting the platform and where's your affiliate link and how do you start with whether you're doing the free lead system or the lead lightning system or your power lead system, where do you get your links and how do you start promoting it? He walks you through how to get started on Thursday nights. So if you have questions, go to those trainings, watch those trainings. And then if you miss them, Last week's trainings are always archived, so you can go watch a replay of the trainings from the previous week. If you're so anxious you don't want to wait to the following week when he's going to do it live, you can always watch the replays because he is Mr. Consistent. He's there every week to make sure our members get help and stay plugged in. So you guys, that is the final word of this interview. Carin, it's been great to reconnect with you again and to hear what you've been doing and to celebrate your success. Thank you for motivating everybody today with your story. You've helped a lot of people today get inspired. You've inspired me as well. I appreciate you very much for all the help that you are offering to the members inside of our Facebook group, which is very active. Lots of exciting things there, you guys. Stay plugged in, and we'll see you guys on the next Power Lead System interview coming your way very soon.
Blessings, everyone. Mwah.